Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Sabelle, and on this video I'm going to show you how I make the most delicious yummy carrot cake. Carrot cake is an all-rounder cake. You can use it for anything, dessert, party, whatever you choose. So guys, if you want to see how I made this very delicious cake, right, continue to watch. And meanwhile, if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to do that, because when you subscribe to this channel, I show you getting loads and loads of different tasty cakes and other recipes. So guys, let's get straight into this video. So to start, you will need oil in your bowl, you will need sugar, the white caster sugar, then you need brown sugar. The lighter one is preferably, and then you need 3 eggs. I'm going to leave the description of the amount, the quantity of what I'm using. And also you need your flour. I'm using 2 cups of flour. Then you will need your baking powder, you will need your baking soda, and also you will need your spices. I'm using cinnamon spice, and I just added my ginger spice, and also I'm going to be adding nutmeg as well. You can add other spices like all spices if you want, but these are what I'm using. And then I just sift my flour and my spices, everything into my wet mixture. And now I'm going to use my spatula to mix everything up until it is well combined. Now I've finished mixing up all the ingredients together. You can see there's no more any white substance showing there, so that means it's well combined. So I'm now going to add my grated carrot. So you can see my carrot is finely grated. I'm going to add everything and mix it up again and make sure that it's all combined together. And then now I'm going to just share my batter into my pan. I'm using a 9-inch baking pan. I'm going to share it equally into 2 different pans. Once I finish sharing out the batter into 2 different pans, I'm going ahead now to add walnut. I pre-toasted my walnut to make it a little bit crispier. I like to share it out into into the pans directly, because I always like certain amount of nuts in a particular pan. You can mix it directly with the batter before you share out your batter into your pans. It all depends on what you want. So anyway, but this is how I like it. And now I'm using my spatula just to smoothen it up so that it doesn't sprout out while it's baking or something. Everything is now well smoothed, and then I'm going to transfer my batter into the oven to bake. While my cake is baking nicely, I'm going to go ahead now to make my cheese frosting. And I'll add my butter now, and then I will now add cheese. I like to use a very creamy cheese, soft cheese, because that way you'll be able to get a very nice smooth consistency from it. So I just added my cheese. I'm going to go ahead with my electric hand mixer to just beat everything together. While I'm mixing it, I'll also use my spatula to make sure that I scrape up any excess that is on the top, to mix them up together, to make sure that everything is well combined inside. I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract into my mixture and continue to beat them together a little bit more. And then now the next step is to add my icing sugar. I'm going to sift my icing sugar to make sure there's no any clumps there. Finish sifting my icing sugar, so I'm going to just beat them together to combine everything. Make sure you use the lowest setting on your device to avoid any accident in the kitchen. So here it is, and also my cake is ready. If you want to check whether your cake is ready, insert toothpick in your cake. If it comes out very clean, that means your cake is okay. If it doesn't, then you need to leave it to cook for a little bit longer. So however, when I brought out my cake from the oven, I allowed it to cool down for 30 minutes in the pan. So now I'm going to remove it from the pan and lay it on the rack to completely cool down before I start frosting my cake. My cake has completely cooled down now, so I'm going ahead to start frosting it. I just laid the first one on the turntable, and I'm going to start applying my cheese frosting on that one. Once I'm done frosting the first cake, I'm going to now lay the second cake on top of the first one and also frost the top of the second cake as well. After that, I'm going to just frost all over the cake. If you want, you can just frost the top and then leave it like that without having to frost all over the cake. Well, here is a finished product of my frosted cake. I will now sprinkle some walnuts on top of my cake. I'll sprinkle some walnuts on top of it, and then I'll also do the same on the side of the cake. I'm not going to sprinkle the side of the cake. What I'm going to do, because of the cake board that I'm using, I'll use the cake board to lift up my cake, and then I'll take some cake and then slap on the side of the cake gently, not too much, just slap it and then it sticks to the side. So it's all done and ready now, and I will now transfer it into the fridge to set. I'm going to leave it for like an hour or two. By the time it comes out, your cake is ready, because at this point the frosting is soft. You don't want it to be runny. So once you put it in the fridge, it sticks and it holds the frosting together. All right. So here we are. The cake is nice. It's all tasted, and we've enjoyed the cake. And if you make this cake, let us know how it went. Even if it didn't turn out well like you wanted it, just share with us. If it did turn out well, let us know. Leave a comment and tell us what you think about this recipe, and if there's any recipe that you want us to recreate, let us know as well. Bye.